Hello there. Yes, I know. It's been so long since there used to be content on this channel. So, how's everyone doing? I see you've already noticed the new emote. I mean, those of you who are on my Discord probably have already noticed it yesterday, but, well, either way. Hope you guys like it. I tried my best. I don't usually draw cartoony type stuff, so yes. And yes, it is the moon. But who knows, maybe the moon is a cookie. I mean, have you checked? And by the way, thanks for the follow like 2 minutes ago. I'm not sure if my bot reacted. Didn't see a reaction. Interesting. Well, don't know why. But either way, it seems my bot is working. No clue what's wrong. Maybe it's just being moody. But yeah. Silly bot. Well, the thing is, my hair isn't actually that dark. I have like fairly like medium-ish brown hair. Depending on the lighting, it might even pass as really, really dark blonde. So it's not that dark actually. It just looks very dark on camera. So what can you do? My hair does all kinds of weird things. One of the reasons I currently prefer to keep in a braid is because it tends to... Oh. Sorry for the jump scare. Yes, okay. Glad we've settled that, Sierra. They're being very dramatic, and more than just frizzing. The thing is, I naturally have curly hair, so well, let's just say it doesn't quite do what it's supposed to. Yes, it gets very floofy. I basically have a giant mane of hair. So, yeah, you should be able to see the game now. I was just starting it up in the background, not even loading the save yet. Still just hanging out. But yeah, that's the main reason I currently prefer to keep my hair in a braid. Anyways, can I load the game? Yes, I can. Maybe it's just me, but her facial expression looks a bit weird. Whatever. Well, I mean, you'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure insects have gotten lost in my hair at some point. My hair gets tangled, and things get tangled in it. Including, I think it was a fly at some point. Well, it looked like a weirdly shocked face. So, it's not so much criticizing their drawing skills, it's more that they just didn't have that many pixels available to them, and the way they used them looked a bit weird. And yes, you are using the new emote, and, well, I'll just try and... Okay, he disappeared. But yeah, I'm not sure what emotes I'd want to design next. Thing is, I'd have the theoretical possibility of unlocking one more tier 1 emote slot. And after that, it'd have to be partnered to get more emotes. So it's gonna take a while. So be patient, if it's ever gonna happen. So. Hello. How are you doing? So... Not sure what I'm supposed to be going for. Like, should I just go back to the lady who was trying to repair the forest and tell her about the frozen lady? It's my guess, basically. It's all I can come up with right now, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Alright, was it this way? I think it might have been. Yep. Not sure why I'm surprisingly good at knowing which one's which. It's just my super awesome memory. Thanks to the host. And I mean, you can share snacks as long as you're really, really, really careful. So, like, you can hand out individual bags to everyone. That would possibly work. Just at a distance.
Lady Ceres, may I ask a question of you? Anything.
Anything.
I have seen Mab, Lady of Dreams, and she has been placed under a terrible curse. She's been frozen like a block of ice. Lady of Spring, what can be done for her? Frozen, you say? Let me think. I do recall a legend, yes. You must fill a shaft of crystal with purest sunlight. With that you can thaw her. But I must warn you, you cannot take any physical objects into the land of dreams while you are asleep, my lady. You will have to travel there awake.
So.
Lady Ceres, how am I to travel to the realm of dreams while awake? What must I do? I do not know, child of humans. Perhaps you should speak with the three fates. There's very little they do not know.
Okay, so the fates again.
Excuse me, but Go, sweet human.
Fine.
If we are to survive this crisis, we must all do our duties, and quickly. I must stay here and defend my forest. Do what you must do.
Yes, I've already traveled there. It was interesting. She slept in a coffin. Which, as far as I know, wasn't closed, but can't be sure. Because, I mean, she was kind of busy. No, I'm not judging other people's cookie emote abilities. So, can I actually give them anything? Oh, apparently I can. Okay. It's just playing the same song again. Alright. How long is this gonna go for? I'm not a judge. I wouldn't even be allowed to be a lawyer. Okay. So, I'll need to play this again, so... This one? Nope, nope, nope. There. Well, that can happen. So.
I have seen Ceres, and she has told me that I must enter the land of dreams while awake. How can I
would you do that,
this,
though?
great ladies?
A lucid dream?
You must cheat the fabric of reality. You must ride on the wings of a dream.
What?
There is only one who can do such a thing.
Our nephew, the weaver of dreams.
I mean, technically,
You
riding
will
on
need
the
this.
wings of a dream.
Sometimes pleases our nephew to surround himself with the darkest terrors of night. Farewell, Valenice.
I mean, technically, the horse called Nightmare. Well, nightmares are dreams. And you can ride on Nightmare, because it has been done in this game series. So. Anyways, I'm not sure how I'm going to reach that guy. Can I just visit them again? No. I'll try. So. This one, I think. Yes. Okay. Trying again.
How can I find this weaver of dreams?
You
Could've
must
just
find
told me
him
the first
for
time.
yourself. He is here and there, skirting the edges of reality. When he is in the waking world, he favors the mountain of winds.
Okay. Wait, mountain... So that would be the mountain over here, I think. We'll see. So, time to go back to the mountain. And is that just a dream catcher? I think it is. Yes, yes, I get it. Stop it. I mean, it's pretty. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Like, am I supposed to hatch a dream? Literally. Okay. she gonna show up here? Or, there, finally. But yes, I know it's been a while since I played that game. But I have made the smug emote. So, might have taken a while, but it has happened. So, lovely. Did that horse not do that?
What in heaven's name was that? I've never seen a creature so swift.
Is that a dream, or is that their... was it nephew, I think? And good morning, how you doing? So, can she just hold the thing? No. Okay. I don't think I want more ambrosia. I don't think I can get anything else. Like, either way. There was this giant creature. So, Dreamcatcher? Possibly? Well, that worked. Is it? Yes, it definitely looks different now. Okay. Interesting. Oh, so that's the guy.
Excuse me. Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. Possibly a dream? I don't know. What? What was that?
What do you want?
I need your help.
I help no one. I am the weaver of dreams, and that is all. Go away.
Well, I've got a dream for you.
Your aunts, the Fates, gave me this object to get past your nightmare. My business with you is most urgent.
You captured my nightmare in that little thing.
Yes.
How amusing. How irritating. I suppose I should have had a second creature on hand, but I seldom weave more than one at a time. Nightmares are solitary creatures, you know. They will destroy each other on sight.
Okay.
Dreamweaver, listen to me. Oberon and Titania are missing, and Mab has been horribly cursed. I must reach her Isle of Dreams while awake and cure her, or all will be lost.
My precious sister is missing? You must go to Mab immediately. Wait, I will give you something.
Mab. Who's Mab? What? A carpet? A
When
towel?
you ride this magical tapestry, you can travel through dreams in the flesh. But be warned, you will be vulnerable.
Oh,
Hurry, mortal, hurry.
Fine, that's her. Okay. I'm just really bad at names. So, the nightmare is still in there. Lovely. I'll just carry that with me. It's gonna go great.
My sister is dearer to me than life itself. Go!
Anything else?
My sister is dearer to me.
So, okay. Say weaving another nightmare. Okay, so can I just use it here? Is that the one he just wove? yes, I'm sure I'll have lots of fun crashing the game and getting stuck in the game and all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be great. Uh-oh. I think she fell off. Or not. Was I supposed to do that? Apparently I was. Okay. Everything's fine. She's fine. I'm fine. Or am I? Okay, so. What is going on here and how can I thaw her? Like, what? The pomegranate? Ambrosia? Flute? Tapestry? No. Well, I don't have anything that could get her to not be frozen. So... But yes. I used to play Skyrim on a computer that definitely wasn't suitable for Skyrim. So, yes. Can I get out of this place? Because it seems I'm missing an item. I just don't know what kind of item that would be. Like, how would I thaw her? Like, sure, she's awake now, and in the nightmare, dream, land, whatever. But... how do I deal with her being frozen? I'll see if I can just ask the Fates again. Maybe they have some sort of hint as to how to thaw her. Hope I didn't miss anything. There. Yes, I know I'm pestering them, but it's fine. I'm sure they don't mind. Hey, you. No? Apparently they can't tell me anything. Lovely. So, what could I possibly use to unfreeze her? Wow, the walking speed here, again. I'm not trying to boil anyone, I'm just trying to unfreeze her. It's not quite the same thing. I mean, I guess the dragon that Rosella met would have been pretty useful in that area. But I don't think it's gonna return. So... A sweater, yeah. Well, I could give her a pot. Or a plate. Because I might be able to buy those, but... Other than that, I think she's out of luck. But yeah, I'd say the game is pretty good, considering it was released like 26 years ago. It's aged surprisingly well. So, can I wake this guy up? Is there a chance? Maybe not. This tree is quite pretty. I'd still just drown if I tried to go in the water there, because, well, she doesn't know she can't swim. Is that guy still gonna tell me to stay out? Seems like they gave up on it. Fair enough. Took them long enough. So... I don't think there was anything in the desert that I could carry around that would, well, get her to warm up. And I think the shop is closed now. Seems like it. The bird left again. So... I don't think they have any sort of information about, like, how to thaw someone inside a dream. It's... Wait. Is the bird panicking, or is that just me?
As much as I enjoy. Hello, treasure. How are you?
She's what? Oh. Did I just wave? Great.
As much as I enjoy Fernando's company.
Waving at a bird. As you do. Apparently now I can't ask her how she's doing anymore. But yes, I don't think he has the solution to that puzzle. Not sure who does, but... well, I don't think hitting the icicle with a stick is going to do anything. Maybe I have to pour salt water on the icicle lady? So it's possible. I'll try and do that. Because, I mean, I still have the pot. And that makes me think that it's going to be relevant. So, is that the correct one? No, it wasn't. Fine. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to be the solution, but it would possibly work. I mean, it is magical ice inside of a dream. So, yeah. Let's say it's not quite the place you'd expect to find logic. So, wouldn't bet on it, but I'll try. So, I'm hoping that machine thing still works. The sculpture that can manipulate to change the water level. We'll see. Hoping I didn't just get lost. I might have gotten lost. Up again? Possibly? Yeah, I might be lost. There. Alright. I made it! Thanks for the raid! So, let's see. Can we get that salt water going? And is it going to work? How is this stream? Yes! No, there can't only be one. I'd say there's plenty of room. Alright. Salt water. Hopefully. Nope, that is not what I was trying to do. I was trying to get her to check the water. Can I
How
do
can
it here
I
again?
possibly get down there?
I'll just assume it's still salt water. Yes, okay, salt water. Nice. So, what I want to do now is use the... Yeah, that was definitely working as intended. Not sure why some of the colors are changing at times. Hello, how you doing? So, salt water? No. Dang it. Alright. I'll try all the items again. Just in case. I'll try some of the items on each other, because who knows? It's always possible for there to be some obscure combination of items that I need to use. Like a pomegranate on a stick. Apparently not here, though. So... anything I need to use on her? Well, not that one. No. 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 Can't use it here. Well, at least not standing right next to the ice crystal. Okay. So it's none of those. Fine. Yes, I know. Wait. Ah, okay. Need to use the tapestry at her feet. I guess she doesn't want to, well, have to jump up on it. I do get that, though. So, it's not salt water. What else could it be? I'll try and go back to... the land of the damned? Wait, can I take that flower, or am I going to get eaten? I am going to get eaten. Good to know.
Yum!
If I remember correctly, I can't use the salt crystals anymore, so...
I knew
I'll check again. I mean... shouldn't take too long. Okay, there. She's finally found the correct spot to call that horse. But yeah, it's still the same idea. It might be salt. It just seems like the game didn't go that way because that makes too much sense. So... well... alright. But yeah, I really hope I can thaw that lady. I'm trying my best here. But yeah, the salt crystals haven't turned into something I can click on. So, had to use the salt on the shop. So, seems it's just not gonna work. And I don't think there's a way to extract the salt. Which means I'll just try and find it elsewhere. Or find something else. My guess is asking the doctor guy. Because, I mean, he has so many things. One of them might also be able to thaw that lady. I don't know. Alright, so not getting eaten by the plants this time. There. Yeah, that guy had so much stuff. Well, apparently he's still out. That's a shame. How about the kids? The elevator's currently up, so can't go there. What could I use? Can't go in there anymore. I mean, I can't. I could read all the inscriptions on the graves again. The dog is gone. Can't look at that anymore. Anything else? Maybe Gravedigger Guy is willing to help. Nope. There has to be something I'm overlooking. Maybe I can go back to the guy who gave me the flying tapestry. So, the Dreamweaver guy. Don't know why he would, but maybe he has something to thaw his sister. He seemed very persistent. And since my way isn't working, I'll just have to figure out a new way. I don't think it's gonna be the flowers. That wouldn't make sense. Alright, heading back up the mountain. We'll see. Well, good idea. I could do that, or like, give her a nice cup of tea, or I don't know, give her a blanket. What else could I do? And that creature is back, of course.
No, get away!
So I can't talk to
I
him.
know the Dreamweaver told me something important about these horrible creatures. Now, what did he...
Yeah, well, I can't capture that one because I've already captured. Well, I've already captured the other one, the predecessor of this one, and it's been killed. So, well, seems like that guy isn't going to help me either. So who will? I mean, at this point, nobody in the game wants to talk to me. She's just on her own, trying to rescue some lady who she's never met before. At least not while she wasn't frozen. I'll see if there's some pixel hunting type stuff I'm missing. So, anything out here? Can I interact with the water? Okay, I'll empty this water. Nope. Can I put anything in the empty pot? No. 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 And nope. What if I look at this? Is there anything about it that would be useful? Not really. It looks like a fairly normal carpet thing. I mean, sure it's called a tapestry, but close enough. Can I walk out there? No. No, that's just walking inside. So. Maybe he gave me a clue, but... Or she. That lady at the forest. Yes. Well, I can't remember what the clue was. The main thing I heard was talk to the fates, so... Yeah, it would be nice to know which area to look in, to be honest, because... quite a lot of stuff. Because, I mean, the swampy area is... possible. Like, maybe it's the witch's house. Haven't checked there yet. Okay, fine. Well... if it's nothing from the real world... Okay. Fine. Well, it's possible. I'll see if that's the case. But yeah, that's the only area I haven't checked in a while. Mainly because I couldn't get in there. Because she always kept on, well, being home. Yeah. So I'll need to distract the dog somehow. Well, at the very least, distract the dog. I don't know, can I walk through the front door? Not really. Okay.
Oh, that was such fun!
Well, that happened.
She's not very helpful.
So, window?
What a lovely crystal lamp in the midst of such a horrid room.
Okay. Can I break the window? Can I... Oh. That doesn't seem good. I'll step away from that gargoyle. I'll look through these windows. So... I'll see. Yes, did you get scared by that gargoyle? Okay.
I just knew
Yeah, I
I
don't
had
think I can
vermin
do
under
anything.
the floor.
Yeah.
She's not very hospitable, is
I'm
she?
toast. Again. Okay. Wait. Is that just climbing in there too? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright.
I just knew.
She's not very...
So, can I interact with this part of the door? Or is it just all the door? It is. I was thinking she might have like a dog flap type situation going on, but
She's not very...
well, seems like that's not the case. Are those teeny tiny windows? If so, where's the staircase? Can I do anything with the gargoyle? Stick. Pot. Comb. Flute thing. Nope. And she's dead. Or at least I'm pretty sure she is. Oh, there. It's fine.
Good boy.
She's not very helpful.
So, saving again. And time to brainstorm. I'm hoping there's no real way to get stuck in this game. I might be wrong, but well. Nope, 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 nope. Dang it. I accidentally clicked there. I just wanted to walk over here, but no.
I just...
There.
She's not very...
Can I climb up somehow? No. Oh, okay. That's this forest. I don't think I can do anything here. So, is there anything new I can...
Aren't you meat-eating
talk to them
magnolias worried about the volcano? You don't look flame-resistant to me.
Nice.
We don't worry about anything, Lamb Chop. We're nihilistic foliage.
You all gotta go fun time, lady.
Entropy rules.
I know you want to eat me for dinner. Why don't you just admit it?
What fun would that be?
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope you have lava-proof leaves.
I like you, lady. You got a mean sense of humor under all that sugar and spice.
Okay. Really? Great. So, they don't want that. They probably just want to eat her. And nothing else. Yeah. Wait.
This belongs to my daughter, a pretty young girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. Have you seen her?
Have you eaten her?
Maybe yes, maybe no. Why don't you bring that pretty thing a little closer so I can smell it?
Mm.
Great. Well, that worked. Okay. So. Stop it, Gargoyle. Just stop it. Nice timing. The dog isn't barking. Does that mean she's out now? Because I don't hear the dog at all. So either...
It's our big night, my widow Cuddles.
Yes.
We're gonna blow that rotten old etheria right out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And we just might take the rest of the world with it.
Yes, can't wait.
Kissy boy.
Stop with that laugh. Okay. Oh, darn it.
You humans don't have the best survival instincts, do you?
Nope.
I hate to...
Okay, so.
It's our big night, my widow.
Do I throw a stick? Nope. Nope. I'm gonna die. Fine. It happens. Yes, yes. Us humans. Isn't she a human?
You
I mean,
humans
sure,
don't
she's a
have
witch,
the
but
best survival
isn't she a human?
instincts, do you?
I hate...
It's our big night.
No. No. She just climbs out herself? Really? Fine. Maybe I just have to hide again? Yes.
You humans
So
don't
funny.
have the best survival instincts, do you?
I hate to hide like...
It's our big night,
So, hiding? Can I use stuff? Not really. Is that enough hiding? Wait, where'd the dog come from?
It's too bad there won't be anyone left to admire my beauty. Cuddles. What do you have in your mouth? Let me see.
What is that?
No matter, you naughty boy. Let's go watch the fireworks.
Okay. Right. No clue what the dog caught. Something. So, can I get one of the candles?
No one's probably seen her real face in years.
Yes, yes, very sassy. So, can I use any of this vaguely chemistry-inspired stuff? No. Lamp? Because she did really like the lamp. Ooh, what's that? Crystal. Okay. Anything else I can take? But yes, I am planning on saving. But yes, I got something. Seems like a good thing.
How could anyone sleep in that?
Judgy. So, I think that might be everything in here. Wait, can I just walk out the front door? Or, wait. Yeah, that is the front door. And I'm gonna get killed. Of course.
I hate to admit it, but I think the direct approach...
Fine. I figured that wouldn't work. And I was correct. Okay. Can't use it back here. Fine. I'll go to an area where the horse can land. Maybe here? Okay. Apparently here's perfectly fine. Wait. Wait, what? Really?
Now, just a moment, sir.
Really now?
Could I interest you in...
Really now?
What an unfriendly creature. I'll...
Okay. Need to try on a different screen. Because she's just too silly to try on that one. Good enough. Actually, I could have just used the carpet, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. And yes, true. The gargoyle is very peculiar. So, I've got a crystal. Okay. Makes a great dinging sound. I don't think that's it. Something's missing. So, can I ask Forest Lady this time? Because I've got a weird crystal. Is she going to comment on what else I need? Because that would be nice. For once. Okay, apparently she's still gone. Crystal. Anything about it? Well, it seems like it's... got a hole drilled through it. So... Can I put it on a string or a stick? Just anything, really. Don't know where I'd get a string from. Yes, of course. Who doesn't fill their crystals with pomegranate juice? Maybe I can use the crystals somewhere else? So, like, on the sleeping guy? Possibly. No. Where else? I think I've already tried it on all the items I have. Can I try it on the river? No. Should I try it on the water in the Dreamland? I don't think I can even interact with that water at all. So. Maybe. Just maybe. I need to go to the desert. We'll see. The place where the scorpion used to be? Like, she does the same movement there that she did with the crystal. It's basically the only reason I'm connecting those things in my mind. So, desert was back there, I think? Yep. It's just a very specific movement. And the only other place I remember her doing that was right there. Well, like here. I'm sure she's gonna do it again. See? Like, it's just weird. Can I use it here? Okay. Well. It's full of sunlight now. That makes sense. That looks a bit violent.
Well, who are you?
I am Valenice of Daventry, my Lady Mab. I urgently need your help. Militia has ignited the volcano and Oberon and Titania cannot be found.
Militia! That vicious creature enchanted me so that she could destroy us all. Well, she won't succeed. You must send the winds to find the king and queen.
I? How am I to do that?
You must harness the wind, Sirocco, and ride him to the top of the mountain of winds. King Levantar will surely help you. I must go, brave Valenice. I must try to hold back the volcano's explosion.
Okay.
Thank you for freeing me from my prison of ice. If we all survive this, I will send you only sweet dreams for the rest of your life.
Thanks. Also, did she just get hugged by a tapestry? Not something I expect to be asking, but just seemed like that did just happen. And nice reference. So, where's that horse? Come back here. Oh, come on! That's not very nice.
What in heaven's name was...
So, can I stand somewhere else? Is that how I do it? Like standing over there? Come here, horsey. Or not. Do I have to climb up there again? Maybe not. Dang it. Did that work? Oh, close enough. Did I drop it? Is the horse gonna come back? Where's the horse? Okay. Well, it seems it didn't work. But at least I didn't lose it. Beautiful. So, horse. No? She's just gonna throw it off the cliff over and over. Alright. Horsey, come back here. No, not that one. Dang it.
Well, I never...
She's just gonna throw it off again. Okay. What if I stand over here-ish? Am I going to get eaten by the nightmare?
No! No! Get away!
Possibly. Yep. That was too close. Okay, so here? And yes, that's great. She's just throwing it off a cliff again. Okay. How am I supposed to catch that horse? I mean, the horse isn't that predictable. I mean, sure, it, like, arrives on this side somewhere and goes that way somewhere. Nope. Too slow. Way too slow. Can I just throw it any time? No. I actually need to see the horse. Wait. Wait. No. What is that and why can I look at it? Great. Well, maybe I can use it from here. She might not throw it off a cliff this time. If I'm lucky. So, where exactly does that horse appear? Over there. Okay. Oh, what? What? What just happened? What? I think the
Carrasco,
probably
you
not
big
supposed to
bully.
work that
What
way,
have I
but
told you
it
about
worked.
eating people? What have I told you?
Oh, Ma, I was just playing.
Don't lie to me, young man.
What's going on here? Speak.
Who are you?
I am Levanter, King of the Wind. Who are you?
I am Valenice
Nice
of
volcano.
Daventry. Your Majesty, we must summon Oberon in Titania. The Lady Militia plans to detonate the volcano, and all of Eldritch will be destroyed.
Winds, come to me. Come to me now.
So many different characters I need to find and talk to in this game. Okay.
Fly, my people. Fly and find the Lord and Lady of Etheria.
Okay. So, how's that going? Wait. What?
Militia has ignited the volcano. Are you sure of this?
See for yourself, my Lord Oberon.
Sweet Mother Nature.
We thank you, mortal. You are valiant and brave. Come, my husband, we must try to undo what has been done. I only pray that we can.
Wait, they're king queen and they have absolutely no clue what's going on in their kingdom. Seems about right.
Wait! My daughter! What about my daughter?
They don't care. Ready, set, boom. That sounds like it's gonna be an interesting chapter.
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella, get him!
No,
Wait.
no, get him.
I can't remember which one's which. They had different eye colors, but like, and nice. Yes, yes, it was. No. Do I just plug this thing in? No. Extra life? No. What? What?
Nice try, sweetie.
Drat it. I just should have been more decisive.
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Wait.
Rosella, get him!
No, no, get him!
Did they record several lines of dialogue because they expected people to get it wrong several times? I mean, fair enough. That is what is happening.
Nice try.
Drat it.
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella, get him!
No!
But yeah, I'm not sure there's anything I can interact with. How am I supposed to change either of them? They're always busy fighting. Oh, what? Was I supposed to
Drat it.
get him while he was in the air?
Rosella, change.
Was that it?
No!
There. Yes?
Rats.
No. Wrong one. Could you throw the other one over here? No.
Rats.
Yeah, okay, I need to go for the one that stays over here. There.
Rosella, no! Don't!
Okay.
No, stop! Don't! Oh, in the name of Grigor Samson, no! Oh, no! Don't do it! Oh, no, no, no!
Oops.
Dang it. What?
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella!
No!
But, like, didn't I get the right one?
Rosella, no! Don't! No, stop! Don't! Oh, in the name of Grigor Samson, no! Oh, no! Don't do it! Oh, no, no, no!
So I'm guessing that was the wrong one. But this one didn't work for some reason. So...
Rosella, get him!
How can it be the wrong one either way? No?
Rats. Rats.
And she's dead.
Nice try.
Well,
Drat it.
I have been
Should have
trying.
been more decisive.
Oh, shush, Rosella.
Rosella!
Rosella, get him!
No! No!
Like, why is it not working? No? Anything sock related? I guess not.
Rats.
Socks? No? Nobody wants any socks. Wait, what was that?
Nice try, sweetie.
Drat
This
it.
is just not working.
Rosella,
No!
Well, no. Extra life, no. Shovels, no. Extra foot, no. Not sure what else I'd be using on them.
Nice try, sweetie.
Drat it.
Rosella, change the
Rosella, get him!
No!
Do I need to use something on the staff? No.
Nice try.
Drat it.
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance. No! No!
Maybe I can
Get
talk
him.
to them somehow? Or interact with them. mean, I can't get close to them.
Nice.
Drat it.
Rosella, changed.
Rosella!
No!
But yeah, it seems this isn't working. So... don't think I can interact with crowns. I mean, what is that guy's rightful form? Rightful form? Whatever.
Rosella,
What would that be?
the imposter back into his rightful form.
Right, rightful form.
No!
Okay.
No!
Like, I'll just try and use items on him whenever they're separated, because otherwise I can't really click on either of them, even if I wanted to. And, well, miss the chance for the second one.
Rosella!
No! No!
No. No. I mean, what would I do with this? Can I tie the imposter up? What would I do with a random sock? Do I put it on the foot? No. And there she is.
Nice try.
Drat it.
Rosella!
Yes, yes, drat it.
Rosella!
No!
I'll create a save. So... I don't think there's any part of their fight I can interact with.
Nice try.
Drat it.
Rosella!
They can't really move around.
Get him!
No! No!
What was this? Defoliant. Right. Wait, unless one of them is a plant, this shouldn't work, right? Seems neither of them is a plant. At least, not literally. Can't use the device thing. Because, I mean, the real king would know how to use it, hopefully. Shovel, no. Yes. We have decided that they're probably not plants.
Rosella!
Very
The
helpful.
imposter back!
Rosella!
No! No!
So... maybe there's something I can use on her. Yeah. Of course.
Drat it.
Yes, yes, be more precise. Decisive. English. Words and stuff, yes. All the words. The bestest of words. So. I don't think I can use any of the items on them. Well, apart from the
Rosella!
staff that only works in the real king.
Rats.
Okay. Just figured I'd try it again, but no.
Rats.
Maybe it's just about timing? No. Third time? No.
Rats.
Fourth time?
Rats.
No. This is getting a bit repetitive. How many times can I use it on him and have it not work?
Rats.
Well, at least I'm not getting killed yet. And
Nice try.
of course it happened. At least I had
Rosella,
a bit more time this time.
Get him!
Seems I might need to alter the wand somehow.
Rats.
Wait.
Rats.
I'm not even sure what I was aiming at, but for some reason I was able to use it there.
Rats.
Well, close enough, I guess. Anything over here? No.
Nice try.
Drat it.
Rosella, change the
Rosella!
Yes, yes. Would be nice if I just had something that worked on the imposter. Can I switch the setting of this thing? Can I turn it to like imposter mode or something? Just anything really. Wait, what? What was that? There was something I could click on, but that might have been a glitch. Wait, what does that do? Does that do anything? Am I actually changing something? Oh, there's... Oh, the thing up there is turning. Okay. Aww. Whoopsies.
Nice tries.
Took too long.
Drat it.
Okay, so...
Rosella!
No!
What if I do that again, but not take as long this time? And now I use it on the guy. No.
Rats.
Well, I've already tried to interact with the environment. She can't even walk. And I haven't found anything
Nice try,
that I can interact with.
Rosella,
I have been looking.
Rosella, get him!
No! No! Get him!
Nice try.
Drat it.
Rosella, change.
Rosella!
No!
I mean... Maybe it's just me, but I can't find anything.
Drat it.
Rosella, change.
Rosella!
Sorry.
Get him!
No! No!
Oh, okay. Whoopsies. I thought it would
Nice
reset the
try.
wand.
Drat it.
So,
Rosella!
I think I changed it more than twice. So I'll just keep on changing it if death doesn't reset it. Oh, okay. Wow.
Edgar?
Who's Edgar?
You, the son of Oberon and Titania? What are you doing here?
Rosella, where are we? What's going on?
What? Really now?
My dear princess, I have something so special in store for you. I hope you enjoy hot weather.
Right. Wait, did I just lose again? Well, maybe not. Is this gonna be a beanstalk? Thanks for the follow. Wait.
Come, my lady. We must hurry.
Okay. Are they gonna fly into the volcano? Wait, are they freezing? What? They're putting a spider web over the volcano. Seems about right. Okay, so I can do stuff now. What would that be? No. No. Life. No. Sock. No. Shovel. Or just walk, maybe. Climb. What? What's she doing? How can she just dig through that? Okay. Makes sense, I guess? Wait, did that guy's head disappear again? What? That is quite the tunnel. Yes, let's go pick some flowers. What? She can't climb on there? Shovel. Okay, can she climb on there? Yes. Okay. So. That didn't quite do it. I think that was the wrong order to do those things in. Oh! Well, that's inconvenient.
Oh, I fought the lava and the lava won. I just should have moved faster.
Okay. So. This eye. That eye. And the nose. Okay. That worked. Extra life? No? What's this flower? Fragrant flower. Okay. Oh, that worked. Surprisingly well. Why is he slamming all the things? And so why is that a spider web? Makes no sense. What's so funny? Okay.
My daughter. Oh,
They didn't even specify if they had fixed it.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see, and the troll king, I mean Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
Alright.
No.
Still very confused about this plot.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
Never again, Militia.
But, like, what? He just said no. What? 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 Okay. So... Oh, I'm dead, of course.
I just should have been more decisive.
Now I need to redo everything. Okay. Maybe if I keep on redoing this scene, it's gonna start making sense. Can I plug this thing in? Yes. Yes, nothing confusing at all. Like, if the guy was under the witch's spell, was any of the wedding stuff his decision? Because, I mean, why does he have magical powers?
I'd never see you again.
So many questions.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see, and the troll king, I mean Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
Wait, that was the sea? I thought it was like a pond or a puddle.
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
And he just says no and she
Never
turns
again,
around
Alicia.
and pretends to walk away. Like, what? What?
Edgar!
What? Life? 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 No. Staff? No. Fragrant flower? What? Why did she wait so long that time?
I just should...
I'm so confused. Okay. Well. Yes. So very funny.
Mama, I'm
Edgar?
Yes, Edgar! Edgar? Edgar!
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
Maybe
Never
it's gonna
again,
be the
Alicia.
sock. I still don't know why I have it. Well, at least 3 times. But, like, none of that scene makes sense. Hello, how are you doing? This scene is very confusing, so... Well... You'll probably have about as much of a clue what's going on as I do.
I just should have.
But yes. I don't know who wrote this scene. I'm not sure they've ever interacted with human beings. Because, well... Last time I checked, this is not how humans interact. Like, the interaction between these two.
You'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
And no.
Never again, Militia.
Okay, fine. Makes such sense. So, like, then it bounces off of him for no reason, and he turns around.
Edgar!
What? It doesn't matter how many times I see it, it just doesn't make sense. What? I don't think I'm supposed to take it back, right? Right. Oh. 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 Wait, is the dog gonna eat her? Okay. Can I heal him now? No. It's not? Do you want to suck? No. Why is everyone just staring around? Okay, bye Edgar. What? Okay. I don't think that's
We thank you
the good
for
ending.
saving our world, my lady.
My son? Edgar? Was your son?
Yes. He was first taken from us as a babe by an evil fairy named Lolotte.
Wait.
It was your valiant daughter who freed him, and we were a family once more.
Wait, what?
Then he vanished again at his own homecoming celebration.
Where did that
I
happen?
know now it was all part of
can't
Melicia's
remember.
evil plot.
You monster! Monster! How could you?
Yes, scream at the baby.
No, my love, no. Whatever Militia was, she is no more. Can't you see this is only an innocent babe?
Well, not that innocent.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again.
Are they just gonna adopt her?
Lady Rosella, we will take you home.
Okay. Is there a good ending? Because this doesn't feel like it is the good ending. Yeah, I think it's also her sister somehow? Okay. I guess the guy died? Interesting. Very interesting. Is there another ending? Just wondering, because there was some amount of time where I could have used an item. Okay. I'm hoping I can still get the good ending with the items I have. Because I don't know. Okay. Because my guess is that I'd use the second life that I got from the cat to revive him somehow. Okay. Awesome. Well, it seems I can't actually skip through the songs, and I hope it's not going to be flagged by the copyright engine because I can't say I know the song. I hope it's a King's Quest specific song, not just a random pre-existing one. Well, I don't know the song. I don't know the words. Well. So. Special thanks to Mom, okay? Interesting. And it closed the game. Alright, let's try that again. And hopefully, I'll manage to get the correct ending this time. So. Continue. Play. Alright. So. Have I set it to the correct one yet? No.
Rats.
Okay. So. There. Okay.
Edgar?
Yes.
Rosella!
Uh-huh. Great. Haven't saved for a while. I probably should have. But yeah, I've got no clue how she suddenly stopped killing people and just teleporting them a tiny bit away. And going, there, good enough. Like, she just knocked the guy out? Like, what? Before she was super eager to kill everyone, but now that's just too much. Yeah, it's very funny. Alright. Skip and... come on. Yeah, I get it. It's a giant spider web. Because spider webs somehow defeat lava, as we all know. The one substance that can survive lava is a spider web. Yes. Alright. And it could even contain lava, I mean. So. Shovel. They'll try and make sure to save at the correct time this time. Just in case I accidentally get the wrong ending again. So. Wow. She's so clever, unless I tell her to climb on the rock that she just moved. She's just not gonna do it. Okay. There. I'll save now. So, plug the thing in. And wake this guy up. Yes, so very funny. I know, I know.
Mama, I'm Edgar.
Yes. Edgar! Edgar! Great. So.
No.
Out of my...
Never again.
Okay.
Edgar!
So, this thing, and use it on her. Okay. That worked again. Okay, so, life. No? Life? Okay. There. I did it!
I thought we'd never see you again.
Valanice, I cannot thank you enough. You have not only saved our world.
Wait, I could have used it on the dog?
Back our
Really?
greatest treasure.
You sure?
Our son.
Your son? Edgar? You know our son?
Well, you see, I was stolen as a baby by an evil fairy named Lolotte. She twisted my body and tried to twist my mind, but somehow I knew I was not her son. Then Rosella appeared. I knew she was special. She released me from my slavery to Lolotte, and I went home to Etheria.
We were so happy. The whole kingdom was overjoyed. We held a ball in
Now I
our
remember.
son's honor.
It took me a while to remember what they were
Our boy
referencing,
vanished
but
from the
yeah.
gardens on the
Now I
night
get
of
it.
the party. We were crushed.
So that's who he
We
is.
set off to search
Right.
for him immediately.
It's been a
Now
while.
It was all part of Melicia's evil plot.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again, shall we?
Sure.
Rosella, it was I who lured you into this world. I
Thanks.
kidnapped you. I know you can never forgive me, but please, let me assure you that I was not in my right mind. I would never have done that had I known.
Edgar, would you show me the sights of Etheria? After all, it's what I came for.
Okay then.
It's so beautiful.
Rosella, you've been in my heart since the day I first saw you.
At which point, I was
Rosella,
also mind controlled.
May I?
For some reason, she's always on his mind when he's mind controlled.
Yes, you may.
Hooray! So, is there actually a third ending where you accidentally use the light on the dog, or were you just joking? I wouldn't put it past this game, to be honest. Not sure why the dog would need an additional life there. I mean, it looks pretty alive to me.
Grow up, young lady. That's what they all say.
Oh, so something else on the dog.
To settle down.
Oh, okay.
Childish things away.
Sure, I'll try and do that then. So, I'll restart the game. Shush game. Because I want to get that ending. It's important. So. I plug this thing into the wall. One last time. I said, into the wall. There. Flower. Okay. But I mean, the dog doesn't enter the room until she's already turned into a baby, I think.
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never.
Mama,
Edgar.
Yes, Edgar. But yeah, I don't see the dog in here yet.
No.
So I can't
You'll
use
not
it on the
touch
dog yet.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your—
Never again.
Okay. Right. Lovely. Okay, so this thing on her. Okay. Is the dog gonna be a puppy too? Cutesy. Bye, doggo. And there. Is that gonna change anything? I don't think it does.
We'd never see you again.
Valanice.
Yeah,
I cannot think.
Your son?
I think all of this is identical.
Know our son?
Well, you see, I was stolen as a baby.
We were so happy.
Our boy vanished from the gardens on the night of the party.
But also, just saying.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister.
They know exactly what happened
Rosella,
to him
it was
if he
I
dies.
who lured you into this world.
And if he doesn't
I
die, he needs to explain it to
kidnapped
them.
Edgar?
So, it seems like the dog ending is just the exact same. So, already heard enough of that song. So, it's been fun. I will possibly play the new King's Quest game, the 2015, I think, one, at some point in the future. I don't know when yet, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm sure that's going to be interesting, because, well, finding out how they reinterpreted that entire franchise and modernized it, possibly. It's just gonna, well, be different than completely modern point and clicks, I'm guessing. Because they, well, have old material to at least reference. We'll see. but from what I've seen, it's similar to this one, as it has a chapter type segmentation of the game. So, yeah. I'm curious, so I'm planning on playing it. Anyways, hope all you guys have a good day or night. His pension fund. I mean, wouldn't he be rather old by now? He was dying in King's Quest 4, so... Well, yeah, I'd say King's Quest 5 would probably be my favourite, yes. No, I'm not starting Leisure Suit Larry today. I'll be doing that soon enough. So, yeah. We'll get done with Leisure Suit Larry eventually. We'll see. But yeah, I'd say King's Quest V was my favourite so far. I mean, haven't played 8, possibly, or remake of 1, or remake of the entire thing. It's just called King's Quest, so I don't know. Don't know what to expect, but at some point I'll find out. Anyways, yes, huge fan of Cedric. It was definitely the best part of that game. Yeah, for sure. The very best part. Not repetitive, not annoying in any shape or form. Yes, and the fish in Space Quest was great too. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys this weekend, hopefully. Bye!